Leaders either divide people or unite them. There are two ways to lead people and drive impact. One way is by dividing people. Create a mutual enemy and lead a crusade to conquer it. Turn it into a life or death situation. The sense of urge unleashes unconditional support. Conquering, winning at any cost is all that matters. Another way to lead is by uniting people. Create a shared ambition and inspire people to build it with you. Turn it into a life quest. The journey to build something bigger than themselves unites people. The desire to leave a legacy is why people join a mission. Leaders have two choices: to unite or divide. The Latin phrase divide et impera is as old as politics and war. The divide your enemy so you can reign approach is attributed to Julius Caesar. He successfully applied it to conquer Gaul 22 centuries ago. But he wasn't the first nor the last to implement it. Divide and conquer is the devil's tried and tested war strategy, and you will always see him or his agents using it. The very first record of this strategy being used was when the devil cornered Eve and convinced her on why she should not trust God. He conquered man by creating a wedge between him and God. This strategy is used in different variations, and ultimately, it is always meant to separate or divide so as to conquer. Why were the Israeli warriors afraid of Goliath? Very simple. Goliath changed the rules of engagement. He succeeded in dividing the Israeli army by saying he would fight an individual. Immediately, they stopped seeing themselves as the formidable army and instead as weak soldiers against a giant. The battle was over. Let's look at modern day warfare in Ukraine and see how this tactic has been used. Russia successfully divided the Ukrainians into those who saw themselves as Russians and those who saw themselves as Western allied Ukrainians. A people who could have come together to fight Russia were already divided from within. What of Nigeria? Boko Haram targeted Christians and anyone seen to be aligned with them. The people were divided along religious lines and thus Boko Haram penetrated northeastern Nigeria, killing and plundering at will. Those who chose not to protect their Christian neighbors then have now woken up to realize that these terrorists kill both Christians and Muslims. Had they united then against the terrorists, perhaps the story would be different today. What of southeastern Nigeria? The same thing is happening. The people were sold a dummy that the fight was between the federal government and the Igbo people. Today, the criminal gangs mostly kill the Igbo people they said they were protecting, while the economy of that region is in ruins. They first divide you before they conquer you. Majority of relationships or marriages that failed were also attacked this way. Look closely, you'll find that an agent of the devil succeeded in dividing man and woman by stoking up their differences. Just the same way the devil cornered Eve is the same way some friend or family member always comes whispering. Do you know you can't trust him? Do you know that you deserve better? Do you know that she's messing around with a colleague in the office? Do you know that he has another wife and children outside? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Is the whispering tongue of the devil. Run from those people. I have seen business partners destroyed by the same whispering tongues. They divide you to destroy you because that's all the devil wants to do, destroy. Let's now look at politics. Nicholas Machiavelli famously said, politics have no relations to moral. He believed that for a leader, it's better to be feared than to be loved. He relied upon the art of manipulation to build followers and allies. The term Machiavellian became a synonym for facts marked by cunning or bad faith. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived, he famously said. Look around you today as Nigeria prepares to go to the polls. What do you see? Divide and conquer at play. It tells you who these people are really serving. I started by saying that leaders either divide people or unite them. I will now go further by saying this. The devil divides, God unites. So ask yourself this question. Is the person you are following or supporting dividing or uniting Nigeria? Let me tell you how you will know. If they say it's their turn, then they are dividing Nigeria. If they say it's about Muslim tickets, then they are dividing Nigeria. If their only strategy to win the election is because he or she is a northerner and thus will get majority of northern votes, then they are dividing Nigeria. If they say it is the turn of the Igbos, then they are dividing Nigeria. Don't be deceived. God is not mocked. You can't continue to use your pulpit to preach division and then say it's God you are serving. God doesn't divide. You can't continue to use Friday prayers in the mosque to preach that Muslims should only vote for a Muslim. If you divide people, then you know that it's not God you are serving. How do you defeat the devil and his agents of division? What did it take to defeat Goliath? Listen. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. Go, and the Lord be with thee. David relied solely on God. Anytime the devil wants to divide you, he isolates you. We are Igbos, we are Hausas, we are Yorubas. No, we are Nigerians, God's people. Hold on to God in your marriage. Hold on to God in your place of work. Hold on to God as you go about your daily activities. Don't stray from God so the devil doesn't corner you to start whispering division and destruction to you. Dearly beloved, our nation has been divided. Nigerians are suffering needlessly. This is not a time to stray far from God. Let us hold on to God because this is the only strategy to defeat the devil. The devil came to divide man and God. Christ came to unite man and God. The difference is clear. My dear friends, this season is rough, very rough. But we have an assurance that our God can calm this storm. God bless you all.